Hi guys, GadgetGirlKylie here, and welcome back to my Let's Play walkthrough of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, and this is the Chapter 2 Class Trial, the third part. So let's continue.
I'm Monokuma, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save regularly. Well, now that we've decided to believe Hiyoko, now what? If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue. Do you mean the letter? No, it was probably the gummy. Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Candy clues!
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there? Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
Well, the only other room left would be the shower room.
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Right, okay, so since she looked in, then there's that window in the shower room that me and Akane discovered could be open, so maybe they left through that, waited, and then climbed back in.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game, is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer for several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. You can move sideways with the left stick directional key and accelerate with the X button or R button. Press the circle button to brake and the triangle button to jump. Circle, brake, triangle, jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course. So make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into two different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. If you press the start button during the logic dive, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. This is weird. I'm just taking it easy. Whey! When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hyuko arrived? After Hyuko arrived? I'd say before. This is kind of cool, actually. I like it. Weird. Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? Before Hyuko left? Because she fell asleep, didn't she? Oh, what? It was wrong. Oh, come on. What the hell? How do I do that then? Oh, okay. I wasn't supposed to jump her then. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hyuko was unconscious? The beach. She climbed out the window, didn't she? Guess it's the beach house then. I don't know where else she could have hidden.
It's all coming together. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
That's what I
Personality
thought.
got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
I mean, I thought she wasn't hiding in the beach house. She'd climbed out that window. But then again, it said it needed 2 people to get through, so I don't know where else she could have hidden. Let's see what plays out anyway.
Should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hyuko.
Oh, what are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
Can't be in the fridge, can it? I know those bottles were removed, but let's see.
Crap! Crap! Crap!
I don't know.
Crap! Here!
What, they were in there with her? Oh no, I remember now, the surfboard thing. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Ah, I forgot about that. That thing on the right. Inside that, it's open.
Here!
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh well.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf, and there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yep, that's kind of creepy to learn.
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
Wow, that makes no sense.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
Well, thanks for that, Monokuma.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
Oh yeah, because I remember it was my character and, oh, I've forgotten his name, but the guy with the pink hair and the hat who discovered the body, and it's supposed to be 3 or more people discovering the body, so that means whoever the killer was still in the beach house at the time, doesn't it?
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
Hang on. No, I forgot because, keep forgetting the names in this game. Sweet Girl discovered it first, and then me and the other guy came in. So that includes the 3 people, right? Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right? And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
I'm pretty sure it's Pekka at this point, using the bottles. Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the triangle button or touch and hold the touchscreen, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it at that position, you'll be able to memorize it. This memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. Well, obviously we're going to have to use this feature then for this next non-stop debate. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or mistake in your available truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone while you're using the truth flashback. Please remember that it's only effective when refuting points. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so I'm going to let this convo play out, guys.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
They used the bottles.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet?
No.
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower... What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it definitely clogged the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower... What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and...
As someone who flushes it would definitely clog the...
Maybe it's the other way. Perhaps someone other than the... Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
Yay, I did it.
They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what? I see!
Yep.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh! And the suspect, the person I think is responsible, has popped up in disagreement.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used. It's true they're in the beach house, however, one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Yeah!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to
But
cut
they
through
were in
those
the
words.
trash can, woman.
No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
There were before they were used, and then they were disposed of in the trash can.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Huh. Hold on a sec. Soaking Wet and Pecco.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Oh yes. The person I suspected for quite some time now.
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
Damn, girl, you'll be fine. There we go. Pecco. She's the only one wet. I accuse you!
You're the only one! Pecco, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. your appearance when you came to the diner. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
That she did.
Don't just stay silent. Say something.
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
Why are you so defensive? Did you know about her plan?
I saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Oh yeah, you just happen to be the brother of one of the girls who got murdered, and we're gonna believe you.
Huh? After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on, that's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
Yep, there we go. Caught out in a lie.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
The window!
Mention it. You're right.
The roadside door was blocked, and if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Because he helped, I think.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
I see!
Voila!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
No littering!
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object. Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
Wasn't the toilet right next to the window?
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent!
What did the killer use to escape out the window in the shower room? I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, this is a nightmare. I don't even know. BM. I don't know. BM. Oh, hang on. No, I need another. Oh, bamboo. Sword, isn't it? Need another. Oh, there we go. God, that takes ages. Bamboo. Now I need another S. W! W, where are you? Oh no! I was pressing the wrong one then. No! There we go, bamboo sword.
I got it! Heko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Heko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
A sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell you? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Well, why didn't you say that? Like, fully explain that?
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the Panic Talk Action PTA. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. From this point on, you'll be able to use Fever Time by pressing the R button during PTA. When Fever Time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the X button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called Nega Time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates Nega Time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Kihihi. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
You know, 'cause she was tying the string up when she arrived, so...
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, bastard! Don't fuck with me! You're pissing me off! Got proof. If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been... This is the end!
There we go, bamboo sword bag.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her. She would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off!
Is it true? You feel so much?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
She's admitting it.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Oh, so she is the serial killer.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Oh, look at that expression.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my map, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me.
Sparkling justice.
Now then, let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
Echo, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but...
Huh? An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various items, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
I second that, Nekomaru.
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
This again?
Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
Well, there we have it.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Pecco, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Yep, so I'm going to stop this episode here, guys, and on the next episode it shall be the remaining part, the final part of the second chapter, Clash Trial, Part 4. So don't forget to like, comment, favourite and share the video, guys. All types of engagement help me out as a YouTuber, and as always, thank you for watching.